I thought that was hilarious. uh, uh, is this? I put on the same shirt and same hat. All right. Hey, what's up? I wanted to jump in and do a Q&A, impromptu Q&A, because I have some questions. And then if you're on watching live, feel free to um, chat some questions. And if you're watching this not live, you're watching this later, totally fine. Put some questions down in the comments, and then on our next Q&A, we'll hit those too. But hey, what's up? Claude's in the house. Let's roll. Yes. Yes. So today we're going to talk about. I put out a video today about the Hard Rock partnership, and so people were asking me, and I asked in the video, what do you guys think? Would you utilize it? I know Claude said, yeah, it's good, but I probably won't utilize it. I guess if you're in the Florida area, or if you do fly in the day before, if you're going out of Miami or something, and then you could go to the Hard Rock right there. But if you are signature with Royal Caribbean in the Club Royale, you get 3 nights stay, and obviously it's 3 consecutive nights. So instead of going in the day before and getting, a 1 night, um, I talked with Amber and I was like, hey, what do you think if we do a 1 night before and then 3 nights at the Hard Rock after our cruise? She's like, it's a long time to get away. I can't imagine just going to the Hard Rock just to go to the Hard Rock and then come back home. Like, probably would not do that. So it's going to be connected with a cruise, and if we do it. But I called him, and I put it in the video. But I called him, and my Crown and Anchor number wasn't in their system. And they're like, "Oh, you have to call, blah blah blah." So I mean, this was the beginning of the week, and it's been a few days, and now I called them this morning, and they still don't have my Crown and Anchor number. So I don't know how I'm supposed to take advantage of the um, take advantage of the offer if they don't have me in the system, which is really strange. So anyway, don't know about that. So anyway, Hard Rock. What do I think? I've never been to Hard Rock. Um, I mean, I've been to the Hard Rock Cafe, like the restaurant, but not like a resort, and especially not the one in with the guitar, with the big guitar hotel. I haven't been there. So, but I will take advantage of it because it is at Signature. Since I'm Signature, it's 3 nights, which is nice. I mean, I can get 3 nights in Vegas and stuff, but this is the thing: $300 of resort credit, and it's not free play. It's just resort credit that you could use at the restaurants, the spa, um, I think merchandise, whatever you charge to your room, I guess. But $300, not bad, um, for signature. So that's probably what we'll do when I go. Is I'll probably go fly in the night before if we have to go out of Miami, and because Miami's one that's kind of tricky. I can't get a direct flight to Miami, and if I can get a direct flight to Miami, it's not the first flight of the day. So whenever I sail out of Miami, I usually have to go because I'm flying out of Denver. And the cool thing about Denver is I could get direct flights to almost anywhere the same day, um, but not Miami or Fort Lauderdale. Just that South Florida, I can't get there. I can get to Orlando. I can get to Tampa. I could get to Galveston, Texas. Hey, what's up, Gary? I could get to Long Beach out of LA. I could get to Seattle all the same morning, like leave in the morning, be there, and get on the cruise. But South Miami or South Florida, sorry, and so Fort Lauderdale and Miami, I have to go in the day before. So chances are, we'll go in the day before, go out of Miami, and then after we come back, then what we'll do is we will do the Hard Rock, and then we'll fly home. Or wait a minute, I just got an idea. We could book a cruise. We Dice in Motion, greetings. What's up? We could book a cruise, um, and then have 3 days in between or 3 nights in between, and then go on another cruise, then come home. Yes, that's a great deal. I don't know if you guys saw that, but same hat, same shirt, boom. Anyway, I like that. All right, I thought it was hilarious. Okay, so Hard Rock, that's kind of like um, the big thing about. Uh, but one thing about the loyalty with it's called Unity by Hard Rock, and they have their loyalty card, and their loyalty card, it doesn't give you. That's what this is very interesting. I think they'll announce it pretty soon, but it doesn't give you any like different status with their loyalty. So like you got Unity loyalty from Hard Rock, and if you're like, well, there's a partnership, right? What will be my level? I thought if we have a certain level in the casino with Royal Caribbean or with Celebrity, the Blue Chip, or the Club Royale, you would have a certain tier in the Unity. Well, as far as I know right now, because I asked them, they said no, it's not connected. It doesn't have anything to do with it. I'm like, that's very interesting. But one thing that I'm getting ready to do when it comes to the status, I'm getting ready to go to Vegas next month for DiceCon. For anybody that's part of the Color Up Club, we're all going to DiceCon, or the Dice Conference, in Vegas next month. And so there are matching, different casinos match tiers, and MGM matches, or if you're Diamond Plus, or if you're level with the Crown and Anchor Society, gives you a different card with MGM. So I think because I'm Diamond Plus, I'll be able to go to MGM and get a certain card. And then if I take that card, and I'm not sure what level it is, but if I take that card over to a certain casino, I think it may be Fontainebleau or maybe Sahara, they'll match the MGM one. Then if I take the Fontainebleau one over to, there's another one. Oh, Hard Rock, but they don't have one in Vegas. But then if I take my Fontainebleau, they'll tier match it with the Unity loyalty. So I think you have to go around the system to get it, but that's what that's what we'll find out. So let's see the. Not very generous to table players. Slot players get a little bit when it comes to, you're talking about the Hard Rock, the Unity by Hard Rock. Not too generous. Nowhere near what Royal Caribbean gives. Yeah, I always say, like, playing on a cruise for comps, like you go to Vegas or go to any resort, you have to spend thousands to get hundreds of dollars worth of comps, and then on the cruise you could spend hundreds and get thousands of dollars worth of comps. So anyway, I have a couple more questions here, but if you have questions in the comments, make sure to say it. Oh, Amber wants to say hi.
Yeah, I just want to say hi. How's everyone doing?
They're doing fine. Do you see
How do
what
you
I'm
know?
wearing? And
Oh, hilarious.
watch, come on this side.
Okay.
So when I started the channel, I was like this.
That's funny.
I jumped in. Boom. So anyway, yeah, you want to see what's so Fearless Bear just booked third
Nice.
Royal Caribbean comps. Thanks to the info.
That's awesome.
That's great. And then yeah, I don't. Yeah, Gary says I'm not sure the Hard Rock Royal partnership will be worth anything really.
We're gonna try to use the 3-day thing, but
Yeah, I just got an idea while I was doing this video.
To do
we
one
could.
before and 2 after I heard you.
Oh, that's
But I
what.
thought it had to be 3 consecutive.
No. We'd have to pay for something before. Not there. Just go in the night
Oh,
before.
okay.
Go on a cruise. After that cruise, we go to Hard Rock for 3 days. Then we go on to another cruise since we're
Okay.
already be over there.
Sounds like you're gonna work your magic.
No, sounds like you got a plan. Okay, you done?
You have a plan. I was just gonna look at your comments.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm looking at the comments right now. So let's see.
Guys, we start cruising again soon. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, we took a month off and
For me, it's been longer.
but I
So-
went in April. She didn't go in April because I took all the guys.
Yeah.
So she hasn't. Oh man, she hasn't been cruising in so long. She's like,
Can't wait.
yeah, can't wait. All right, so Dice Emotion. Do you find that playing for comps at land-based casinos, or at a land-based casino, your strategy doesn't earn as many comps compared to playing on a cruise? I don't know. I don't play it for comps on land.
Right. Well, we were told that they cancel out that strategy. If you're talking about light in the darkness,
Yeah.
that they cancel it out at land-based ones because it's
No, some of them and some cruise lines. I mean, some Royal Caribbean ships have been saying they're going to cancel it out, but a lot of people
That'll make me
they
mad.
haven't been. I know you started playing it, but a lot of people they've been getting rated the same.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't normally play that system.
What?
You don't normally play light in the darkness.
On
When we go, we don't play very often on the land.
on land, I
not
don't
worth it to
play at the casino that much just to make sure that I get.
Comps for when we have to go to Vegas.
Yeah, because I get comps. So I'll get like a free bet.
Yeah, he says when you get comp cruise, do you get anything better than the interior?
Oh yeah.
It depends on what you do, right?
Yeah, so she usually gets the interior because she just
don't
goes
play
for
as
the
much.
1,200, 1,500.
Yeah, I go for the basics.
But once you get to like 1,500 points, you get some ocean views options.
Brian often gets ocean views and balconies. That's kind of his baseline.
Yeah, mine is always balcony and ocean view, and yours is always ocean view and interior. Yeah. But that's because you're at the 2,500.
level.
But 2,500, you're still prime.
I just try to get prime, yeah. So if I get
Yeah.
prime, that's free drinks. I don't know. There's things you get. So I just
Yeah.
go for prime. But
Yeah. So, but right now, because she hasn't been cruising since April 1st, you have 0 points.
I know, stressful. Just kidding.
But you're still getting offers.
I am. But we'll be
So-
going again. It's probably because we have so many scheduled.
I mean, yeah, we're scheduled all the way out till February, March of next year, every
Same.
month.
But lots of different offers.
But we're kind of November's kind of tricky because we're going in October, and then we're going on the 1st of December somewhere. So we're kind of like, because it's right after the holiday and right after my birthday. And so we're going in. So we're not going in November, but we're going 2 times in July, 1 time in August, right? And so anyway, I guess we're still maintaining that 1 month, 1 cruise per month average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah. So the big question is the icon.
Excited about that one.
Well,
Or are they not doing it? They're not honoring
they
it?
sent me a voicemail saying I need to choose something else.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah. So that was one of the questions. What's happening with the icon offer?
I gotta go now. I'm mad. I'm just kidding. That means the same thing's gonna happen to me.
What? Oh yeah, because you got one and I got one and we both booked.
Yeah. Wow, that's so sad.
Yeah. So I thought about calling him and saying, like I didn't respond yet. I thought about just calling and saying, yeah, I just wanted to add the other person to my free complimentary room and see what they say.
And then they're gonna say, sorry, we sent you a voicemail.
Yeah, I'm just ignoring the voicemail right now.
So this is seen.
Well, but the thing is,
everybody knows.
imagine this. Like right now, they said to me, they go, it will have a balance due. So just disregard that balance due. So right now, it has a balance due on there.
That's a bummer. That's
So
sad.
so I'm not going to ignore it until it gets to the point where you lose your deposit. Like if you don't pay the
Yeah, yeah.
balance due, I'll switch it over before that. But still,
Probably the sooner the better. Well, I've heard that
yeah.
voicemail. I will definitely take care of it way before you will, because
No, I'm
we all
I'm
know
s-
how I
trying.
am.
I'm processing how should I take care of it. I'm broken inside.
That's so
But we're gonna be
sad.
on the Utopia back to back
Who
when
cares about the Utopia? I'm just kidding.
that's a brand new one coming,
I know it'll be fun.
and it's
All
gonna
right, well, I
have
gotta
the
go.
mason jar,
Oh, nice.
and it has so right now the mason jar is just on I think the icon and the wonder, and Utopia will have the mason jar. We've been wanting to do the mason jar,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
which is like a brunch, like a
Specialty dining, I think, or
yeah
something.
southern brunch. All right,
But okay.
so
Well, I just want to say hi, everyone. I think you're the
what's
best.
up, Craig?
I've got to go now.
Look at he says hi to you too, Amber.
Oh, hi.
That's Craig. Craig, when we went to was it DiceCon? No, it wasn't DiceCon. It was for the
We're going this year, though.
Crafts for the Cure.
So excited.
But Craig rolled a nice ATS for me. It was pretty awesome.
Oh.
And I remember every number, we got one side, and then he needed an 8 on the high
An
side.
8?
Yeah, every number. He rolled every number, but he needed an 8. And he was rolling for over and over and over, right? And Dice Dr. Dan was right next to me. He goes, you could lay your 8 and win money no matter what. Like literally, because that's what sometimes people do is lay the number so that you win money no matter what. And I go, nah, let's just get the 8. And right then he rolled the 8, but he was on that side of the table. I was on this side of the table. He rolled the 8, and Dice Dr. Dan goes, or you could just get it like that. It was awesome.
That's fun.
So
That'll be exciting this year.
yeah,
That's our Vegas time. That's usually when we go.
yeah. So yeah, Vegas. As far as Vegas, I'm gonna go in June and probably October, and then
Is
probably
this content you give to everyone right now?
she's saying maybe we should give the content to our members only.
I'm not saying that.
All of our members only get our itineraries, and she doesn't want me to give out itineraries
I didn't say that.
because it's not fair for the members that actually support the channel and give money so that they have the perk of knowing where we're going to be, when we're going to
Because
be
that
there.
would be a fun one because it's land based. So maybe we can hang out with more people.
Yeah, and I've been talking with Casino Quest. This is in the Q&A. Now it's kind of like
Okay, I'm gonna go now because he's gonna start saying stuff he probably shouldn't. And
No,
then I'm gonna
well-
be like, so.
Okay, we might do an event at
Maybe.
Casino Quest.
There's a lot percolating. That's the word I wanted. There's a lot percolating. There always is. You guys
All
are the
right.
best. Just wanted to say hi. Have an awesome Friday. A great, safe, amazing weekend.
Okay, you're acting like we're ending the live.
No, I have to go. But
Oh
you
my
continue on.
goodness. Let me get back in my
Back
spot.
in position.
All right, so let's see. Let me see if was there any questions that I didn't ask. Let me ask or answer. Sorry, any questions I didn't read? Okay. Oh man, Claude's leaving for Harmony in the morning.
Oh, fun. I love Harmony.
Harmony was our first Royal Caribbean ship.
Yeah,
It was our first one, and it was actually our first free Royal Caribbean ship. Yep. We actually went on our first cruise was free. And we paid for one.
Yep.
But ever since then, we've been. Well, that's a story. Come and tell us how we got the first cruise for free, because everybody wants to know how you get a first cruise for free.
I thought you did a video on that.
Yeah, you actually, because Amber's okay. She doesn't want to come back in. she's a health coach, and we do coaching, and so she helps people not just with like weight loss and stuff, but just overall like healthy relationships, healthy life, healthy finances, and it was an incentive because she coached a certain amount of people. She was able to go on a cruise for free and bring me with her, and that was the first cruise we ever went on, and it was free. So anyway, that was kind of, and then of course, so then we were like, oh, this is awesome. We need to do this again. Now it was free. We didn't know how much it actually cost because it was free. So we're like, this is great. Then we booked one, and it was expensive. What was that one? I think that one was, I forget what what, maybe it was the brilliance of the sea. I can't remember, but we booked one. It was expensive, and that's when we won a free cruise. So we paid for one, even though we went on, the first one was free, the second one we paid for, and then we haven't paid since. But Harmony was the first one, and we've been on Harmony since, and it's one of her favorite. Um, Sorry, I'm kind of scrolling through here to make sure I get all of these. Let's see. Oh man, yeah, casinos. So the two things about casinos that are pretty crazy right now is like in the last couple years, I should say, the table minimums have been going up, and the comps, as far as things that they offer, have been going down. Like it's hard to even get, and this is why land-based casinos versus a cruise. I'd rather get comps on a cruise, meaning get a free cruise because the food is included. You go to a casino, you try to get a buffet comp, and they're so stingy. I'm like, I was just wanting to grab a bite to eat, or I'm gonna leave. Like, and they're like, well, we don't have anything. I'm like, I could see the buffet empty right now. No one, you know. Let's see. Okay. Trying to get there. Trying to get there. Um, okay. Okay. Sorry. This is hard because I have to scroll through and I get lost and then I have to find it again and scroll all the way through again. Okay. So when you get a comped cruise, do you get anything better than interior? Okay, we talked about that. Um, yeah, I usually don't get interiors anymore. I usually just always get the higher level, and the offers come in at a higher level too. Once you get a certain amount of points, do you sign up for the cruises before you disembark, or just anytime after the cruise? Do you sign up for the cruises before you disembark? I'm assuming you're talking about the next cruise, and we do the next cruise um, pretty much while like the first day or whatever. I just get a reservation number, knowing that I'm going to win a cruise that I can match and get an offer code to match those together. Um, but yeah, I do it any time on the cruise is when I get a next cruise booking bonus. I make sure to get a next cruise reservation number before I leave the cruise. Then my certificate works with it. You know what I haven't tried? Because every time I go on a cruise, I get a free cruise. But you know the offers that come in. I think somebody did that. I think I heard of somebody doing that where they booked they did $200 deposits. Then when their postcard came in the mail, they used their postcard with their next cruise booking. I'm like, that's some confidence that the postcard's coming in the mail. Because you get onboard credit when you go through next cruise, and you get the booking bonus. So onboard credit, if you do a balcony, I think it's like $100 onboard credit. So that helps pay for the tax and port fees when you get a free cruise offer. All right, so let's see. If you play enough, does the casino host comp your stay and drink package? Um, are you talking about? I think you're probably talking about land-based casinos. If you play enough, does the casino host comp your stay and drink package? Yeah. Even on a cruise, it's always the casino host that you have to talk to. Um, so, what are you? Are you going for the cutest couple? Yeah, of course we are. We always go for the cutest couple. All right. Can you request higher limits for higher rollers, just individuals, but not the whole table? Yes. Um, you can, however, it does have to be approved by the casino manager. So you have to talk with the casino manager Patriot Pirate. If you wanted to exceed the table max, um, you have to, the casino manager has to approve it. It will just be for you and not for the whole table. Um, on at least on Royal Caribbean, that's how it's been. Not that I've done it, but I've seen it done. Um, and I know because I wanted to go up one time, and I said, "What's the max?" And they said $500. So usually it's $500 max on any number, and I wanted to go to 1,000, but I my goal was to get to table max, and I did. I played at table max. I don't know if I ever told that story, but I went to table max. I had $500. I went to table max and I was rolling, so I went $500 on the on the don't pass, and I rolled it, and it was 11. And I lost $500, and I was like, man! I put another $500 down, rolled it, and it was a 2. So I was like, oh my gosh! And then I rolled it again, and a point was established. And then I played Light in the Darkness at the $500 level, and and it was awesome. Um, but man, I couldn't believe it that I broke even on two rolls. uh, let's see. Okay. Okay, so you guys are talking and answering questions. That's good. And how many how many cruises have I been on? Um, I average one a month, and I think the first one that we went back on, so we went on two before cruising closed, and then when cruising opened back up, it was April of was it 2021 or 2022? Maybe I don't know. Maybe 2022, I think. No, February of 2022. I've been on average one per month since February of 2022. How many is that? I don't know, 25, 26? I don't know. I need to update my numbers. Last year I actually updated my numbers because I spent $20,000 on flights, hotel stays, um, taxes and port fees. Like like at the beginning of I think it was the beginning of this year, or maybe it was the end of last year. Yeah, I spent about 20. Yeah, so $10,000 a year. So I spent $20,000 in 2 years, and I got $105,000 worth of comps. So that's a good ratio of. I mean, even having to pay for flights and hotel stays, and taxes and port fees. I would have, if I just would have been cruising, I would have spent $105,000 instead of 20,000. I think it was $21,000. So, so yeah, 30 cruises. Yeah. If you upgrade an offer to a balcony, I don't know why I can't see. Is that? I don't know why it cuts off. Sorry, it cuts off. I can't see that question. When you go towards do the points start over? Okay, so see, I can only see half of what it's saying. When you upgrade to a balcony, does it track the points towards your room? Or the points start over? Sorry, man. Sorry, Claude. I'm not sure exactly what that's saying because it's cutting off. I don't know why it's cutting off the question. Uh, yes, Royal does comp specialty restaurants, but you have to kind of know the casino host, and the casino host once you've like this is the crazy thing. I'll tell you this, um, and I don't know if this is like common knowledge or not, but I'll tell you, when it comes to the casino host on Royal Caribbean comping, any kind of spa or any kind of like specialty restaurant, um, they only comp based on how much money you've lost. So I don't really get a lot of those comps. Not to say I don't lose money, but what like I'm hedging the whole time, so I don't lose enough to get any kind of special comps for like anything. So anyway, all right. February 2022, that's the exact month I started playing craps. Wow. Wow. Um, all right, so let's see. On the on cruise topic, but off craps topic. Uh, is the upside down pineapple thing really a thing? I just saw it on Facebook. Yes, it is a thing. Um, it's very interesting, and so if you don't know the upside down pineapple, sometimes people don't know the upside down pineapple because I saw this guy or I was at a port one time, and there was an older couple, and they were looking at shirts, and there was a shirt with upside down pineapples on it, like pineapples, like just pineapples, but there was a lot of them were upside down, and they were saying, what should we, they're a very old couple, should we get this shirt? And I said, excuse me, ma'am, because she was going to buy it for her husband. I was like, you can buy that shirt if it's the kind of shirt you want to wear based on what the upside down pineapple means. And she says, oh, we don't know what it means. And I said, you probably shouldn't buy that shirt, because if you wear upside down pineapples, it's pretty much letting people know that you guys are swingers, And so she go, oh, she like put it down really fast. But so you go in on these cruises, and I'm sure it's probably more prevalent on the these adult only cruises. I'm not sure. I could speculate, but if it's on Royal Caribbean with the family friendly, I'm sure it's going to be on the other cruise lines as well. But basically, you'll be walking by some rooms, and they will have upside down pineapples on their room, and it says, you know, something. It has an upside down pineapple, and it usually says knock or something. I don't know. It's really strange. Um, so, but yeah, I don't know, but yeah, upside down pineapples. Yeah, that's really a thing. All right. I'm thinking about wiring money into the casino. Is that okay? Yeah, you have to talk with the casino host and figure out the marker. Um, you don't necessarily have to wire it in. As far as I know, they can connect your bank account where it is connected. You have to have a certain amount of money in your bank account available. And so, and what's up, Dexter? Dexter was on the Freedom of the Sea and got the freedom like this. I'm trying to get all of these for all of different classes. So this is the Oasis class for the Oasis class ship. And he got the Freedom one for me. And so he's going to be sending it to me as soon as I send him the money, as soon as I know where to send the money, Dexter. Then we'll get it. So going on the Harmony of the Sea in August, planning on taking about 1,200 as a bankroll. And going to try to win a cruise. Is that enough? Should I bump up a couple $100? So one thing that I say with how much money you should bring versus points that you're going to earn is I always say at least bring $1 for every point that you want to earn. It doesn't mean that you'll lose it all, but on average, that's just a good like average. Like, so if you take $1,200, you can plan on 1,200 points, which would be a cruise offer. If you use the booking bonus, which is $200 booking bonus that a deposit that you have to put down. So you'd probably need another 200 or put it on a credit card or whatever. Sorry, not financial advice. But uh, yeah, so um, I I've done it. I've done it with $1,000. Like $1,000. I've gotten like 4,000 points with $1,000 before. Um, but it's like a lot of people are not having the same experience I am, and I don't understand why. Um, and a lot of times people get wiped out with like come out sevens and 11s. I don't get wiped out that much, but I do hedge with profit money or with comp money, and I say that a lot, but a lot of times people aren't. I don't think they hear me say that. So if I if I'm like if I win enough money to hedge my come out, um, like so say I have to hedge $45 or something like that, to hedge my come out roll, for my don't pass. If I do one round and I win $45, the next round I'll probably use that $45 to hedge. But sometimes I wait until I get knocked off. Then then I start using my profit money that way. So for instance, if I make, so let's say I put out $140 or $150 and I get past it and I make $150. Then I put the $150 on the line with no hedge because I don't need a hedge. I just won $150. And if I lose it, then it's like, okay, now I'm back to zero, right? Um, so back to even, So whenever I make enough money, I use that money on the don't pass, and then if I have if I have free play money, I'll just use my free play to hedge my own money. So there's a couple things I use free play for: to hedge the come out and go big on the hard ways. I mean, that's what I do. Like I'll use the promo chips, and I'll do like $10. I'll pay $40. I'll do $10 each on all the hard ways, and if that hits, that's a great payout. So. Um, So is $1,200 enough? Yes, but more money is always better. But the way I always say, just to kind of end this, how much money should you bring? It depends on what kind of cruise you're going for. I always say, bring as much as the cruise costs. So, like, if you're going for a cruise, and remember, it's a cruise for two. So think about it. You can look up the cruise offers before you go on a cruise, and you can say, okay, I want to go and I want to shoot for this cruise. And if you want to shoot for that cruise, look up how much it costs. Okay, this cruise costs $4,000, and then take $4,000 to try to win that cruise. If you lose it all, you just prepaid for the cruise, like what the cruise value was, and so you're not going to because the thing is, people prepay for cruises all the time. What they do is they pick a cruise and then they pay every month for like a year until it's time for the cruise, and they paid for it, and then they go on the cruise, right? I mean, people prepay for cruises. That's the way it works. You don't post pay, you prepay. Um, so, so most, I guess there are ways people can post pay. Don't get me wrong on that one. But what I'm saying is, you come up with money to go on the cruise in the first place. And so sometimes I think if people would, just know what cruise they're going for, like if you're going for an interior, and it's a short, like you can see, oh, I have this date open. When I go on this cruise, I'm gonna try to win that cruise for that date. Just see how much it is, how much it's the value, and then bring that much money. The the way I do it is, I calculate in the flights, and I calculate in the so I minus the flights and hotel if I have to do that. So in other words, like if that's going to cost me $1,000, I'm going for a $4,000 cruise. Then I'll bring 3,000, and I'll bring 3,000. to try to do it. And but lately I haven't been bringing that much money, so I've been just bringing a little bit and using free play because I've gotten a lot of free play as well. So, all right, we got a super chat from Claude. If you upgrade an offer, say to a balcony, is the trade-in value what you get? Uh, is the trade-in value what you get towards that room, or do you lose the points and does it have to start over? If you upgrade to a balcony, no, you don't lose anything, and it doesn't add to it either. So say you have an offer for an ocean view and it has a $300 trade-in value. Then you upgrade it by paying another $200. You upgrade it, and then you wanted to like switch it over or something. I'm assuming that's what you mean. If you want to switch it over and you want to trade it in, the thing is, once you've booked it, you don't have the trade-in value anymore. So that $300 is gone. And then you have the $200 for the upgrade. Say you wanted to transfer it to another one, it would just be the $200 that you paid for that upgrade. If you're talking about you have a ocean view and you upgrade to a balcony, right? You paid the difference. You don't get any kind of comp or onboard credit or anything like that. You just get the balcony. So, but let me say it like this: if you did a next cruise booking and you had the ocean view and you had a next cruise booking, the ocean view will be like $50 onboard credit. Well, a balcony would have been 100, right? So when you upgrade, you have to tell them, hey, I'm upgrading to a balcony. From that, does that mean I'll get the extra $50 for the onboard credit? And then they'll be able to put it on, or they'll say no, they can't do it. But as far as trade-in value, once you use the offer, there's no trade-in value at that point. So you would have to, if you were going to switch, you'd have to just take the tax and import fees and apply it to another offer. You don't get the trade-in value anymore once you use it. And then the points, I'm not sure the points. I'm not sure about the points, Claude. Sorry about that. The points, once you get a certain amount of points, you get an instant cruise certificate that has an offer code on it. You just use that. That's the certificate you get. So you just use that certificate. Then when you go on another cruise, your points always start at 0 for every cruise. But they accumulate until March 31st, and then they reset on April 1st of every year. And that determines your tier status for the year. All right, let's see. Did you hear, sorry, did I hear you say they're talking about stopping you from your light in the darkness strategy? Yeah. So what happened was, this is what happened. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, so there was some. The way it works on Royal Caribbean is your average bet, time at the table, and average bet. So if you bet $50 average for 1 hour, and you have an average of $50 on the table, you're going to get 50 points for that hour. Well, of course, everybody's wanting to play less time, but at a higher value, and then get more points. So that's why I came up with my system in the first place, where I can put $200 on the table, have a $200 average bet, but if I lose, then I win the DP, and I'm playing light and dark side, light in the darkness. That's why we call it that. So anyway, with all that being said, there was people that were literally placing every single number at a roulette, like a single zero roulette. They were betting or double zero, it didn't matter. They were betting every number but then being very demanding that they must um, give them the average bet per hour. And I didn't understand it because I'm like, they're losing money every roll. And what the pit boss I talked to, he said, yeah, they didn't care they were losing money because everybody here is equating how much their points, how much money they're paying for their points. And most people pay $1 per point and they're totally fine with that. Like there's people that have, you know, $4,000 certificate. They get 4,000. They're fine losing $4,000 to get a 4,000 certificate because it is more valuable. The certificate is more valuable than the $4,000 at the 4,000 points, right? Because the cruise or the certificate you're getting at 4,000 is like worth 8,000. So they're playing the game for 50% pretty much. They're playing, I'm gonna go lose $4,000 so I can get an $8,000 cruise. I don't care about losing $4,000. Well, I do, so I'm not gonna do that. But that's the way most people look at it. So these people at the roulette table, they were at roulette and they just decided that they were going to lose $10 or $15 because they were playing $5 on every number. So when it hit, they would lose $15 on a double zero or $10 on a single zero. And they were totally fine with losing $10 a spin, but they were demanding that they get the right amount. And so I'm like, I'm trying to do the math, but they were fine with it. And so then Royal Caribbean in the month of April sent out a thing because there was like these big groups going and doing this. And they were just like, so can you imagine like 6 people walking up to roulette and all 6 of them betting every single number and then demanding that they get their average bet. So Royal Caribbean wanted to put an end to it, so they put out this thing called contra bets, and they said if anybody does any contra bets, why they run the word contra, right? But if anybody does any kind of contra bets, then we need to give them minimum bet. So they were putting out all $5 on every single number, and they're getting $10 average bet. Well, that stopped them from doing it right away. Well, what it also started is it spilled over to craps where the pit bosses were like, what about craps? People are like betting the don't pass and the light side, or they're laying a point and they're getting the other point, and we need to zero out theirs too. And I'm like, this is stupid. This won't last. And I don't think it will last. But at that time when it came out, like that cruise that I was on, I got rated correctly the whole cruise. And then at the end of the cruise on the last night, he said, hey, just want to let you know they might change the system. And then there was somebody that was on a cruise. They were playing Light in the Darkness probably at the same time or that week. And they said, hey, we're going to have to rate you at you can't do contra bets. We're going to have to rate you at a minimum bet. And they're like, I have $200 on the table. You're going to rate me at $10 minimum bet? And they're like, yeah, you can't do contra bets. And I'm like, that won't last. So anyway, I haven't experienced it. And then other people, like this week, people were on a cruise getting rated correctly with Light in the Darkness. So it just depends on the pit boss or the cruise, the timing or whatever. I don't know.
I just think it's the stupidest thing to only do minimum. Like if you're betting $200, why don't they at least give you $100?
Do you want to be on the channel again?
It's just so annoying.
It's just like yelling over there. It's so annoying.
Like, why would they do minimum?
Why would they do minimum? Yeah, that's what I say. Do half my bet. If I just do the half of it.
As if I'm only playing one side.
Yeah, exactly.
Craps has so many strategies, it makes no sense
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, craps.
It's annoying.
So I think it's not going to stick with craps. With the roulette, if you try to bet everything, I think that they'll probably zero it out right away. But anyway, that's that.
Sorry.
Okay. So hopefully, Patriot Pirate, that answer your question. Okay. Uh, I am so unlucky. I'm so unlucky. I get 7 or 11 on the DP strategies all the time. See, that's what I'm wondering. Like, it doesn't happen to me as much as it seems like it happens to everybody else. So for me, the way I think about it is this: I'm gonna play. Think about it like if you're going to play $100 per hand for 10 shooters, you have $1,000. Maybe not 10 shooters, but 10 come out rolls, right? So you're like, okay, here I go. I have enough for 10 come out rolls. And you just put it down there on the don't pass. And if a 7-Eleven comes, you're like, I have 9 come out rolls. You could decide to put it back on that same one, or you could let a come out roll happen and then go through the DC. And it's same scenario, but you can go through the DC and have a different point. But you have 10 come out rolls, and so what happens is if I put out $100 and it comes out and it's a 9, I'm like, I have 10 come out rolls. And then it happens again. I have 10 come out rolls. Then I get knocked off. I have 9 more come out rolls. Like I can stay at 10 come out rolls for like maybe 10 shooters, be there for 20 come out rolls. It just depends on, and I don't know. I think some people talk about like energy at the table. They talk about attitude, energy, like how you feel. And I'm seriously, this term scared money don't make money. And some people say, well, if you're hedging, isn't that scared money don't make money? I think what happens is people in their mind are like on the DP and they're just like, no 7, no 11, no 7, no 11. And then it comes. And then it's like, maybe you put it out there too far with your energy and stuff. And I don't know, maybe, am I getting too superstitious here? But I'm just saying, man, there's so, like, how many times can you call a 2 or 3 on a come out? Like, nobody does that. And so I'll be on the don't pass and I have the dice in my hand and the stick person right next to me, because I'm usually on stick left 1. The stick person right next to me goes, okay, shooter, 7 or 11. And I look at him and I go, how about a 2 or a 3? And I throw it and it's a 3. Um, but like, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's just positive thinking. I don't know. It's not like dice control, the whole dice control thing. Like if you could set it and throw it and it hits a certain thing. When I think of dice control, I think of like the way you speak and your attitude and what you're hoping for. And I've done it plenty of times. Sometimes not, but there's been times, like I told this story one time where there was people haggling and fighting, arguing about stuff, and I'm like, would you guys just stop? Blah blah blah. They were fight. I was rolling. I was getting ready to roll, and it was something. Not only the dealers were arguing, or people arguing with the dealers, but players were arguing with players, and it was all happening at the table. I'm like, hey, everybody, just let me roll. The point is 6. Just let me get a 6, and then you can figure it out. And I rolled it, and it was a 6, and everybody's like, I go, okay, figure it out now. It was hilarious, but I don't know. That's kind of stuff just happens to me, like sometimes, not all the times, because sometimes I'll be like, let's roll a 6. And then a 7 comes, I'm like, that's your guys' fault. Not really. All right, let's see what else we have here. Um, yeah, the Freedom Crew. Yeah, Freedom Crew, New Light in the Darkness. That's cool. That's cool. Casino Manager on Celebrity told me they don't rate contra bets, and they are trying to be consistent between celebrity and royalty, celebrity and Royal Caribbean. Yeah, that's the thing. What's a contra bet? Contra bet, whatever. Anyway, yeah. The thing is, okay, so I can't make this video too long, but I'm gonna come back and do another video where I'm gonna talk about how to play, and I'll probably do it at the table. But I'll talk about how to play if you're not getting rated correctly with the contra bet. If they say you can't get rated with contra bets, then I have a plan. I haven't done it yet because it hasn't happened to me, but I need to come up with a plan that if I get on a cruise and they say we're not going to rate you for contra bets, then I need to go, okay, well then I'm gonna do this system instead. And so I'll have that coming up very soon. I might have another strategy for you if you can't play. Sorry, that's exactly what I was talking about. Is that Anthony? Okay, so let's see. Uh, yeah, okay. Let me know. Let me know about that. AZ crap shooters. Let me know. Have you been on a table and get poorly rated? Have I been on a table and got poorly rated? Yeah, only for one session though, because I don't let another session go. Um, like I make sure to talk with the casino hosts, the pit bosses, and everybody, and say, hey, look, the website says average bet per hour. That's how much I get. I didn't get that. So we need to fix it. And they're like, well, there's nothing we could do now. And I go, I know, but I'm going to play this session. And if I play $50, maybe you're rating me for 100 then, because this is ridiculous. And maybe I'm a little bit too entitled. I don't know. But I got rated bad, like poorly on a session, but not more than one session. And I'm mainly speaking of Royal Caribbean. That's the only cruise line that I've been focusing on. Later, we'll focus on Celebrity. Will be next, and then I'll move over to maybe Princess or Carnival or some other shipping company. Mediterranean shipping company. So anyway, let me see if I covered everything. I didn't really cover everything, but I have to get going. Let me see if there's um, any more comments or questions. And if you're watching this later, if you're not live and you're watching this later, put a question or comment or questions in the comments. So the next time I do live, I'll start off with your questions and with your comments. What if they ban your strategy? Just team play? Question mark. Yeah, I would seriously. That's one of my first go-to would be team play. My first go-to would be, okay, Amber, they're not letting us do the light and the darkness. You need to do the light side. I'm doing the dark side. Here we go. And we do the same system. We would just do it light side, dark side. She would get points. I would get points. We'd have to be there twice as long. But that's my first go-to. I think, what if you don't have somebody to team play? Or what if they say, hey, you guys can't team play? And it's like, what are you talking about? Because we've done that before where Amber did, we weren't doing the light and the darkness. We were just doing pass line and don't pass. And I said, how's the table going? And they said, oh, it's going good. And I go, should I play dark side or light side? And they said, you play whatever side you want, because really it doesn't matter what play. Light side, dark side is the same. It's the same scenario. If whoever plays light side, whoever plays all dark side, you're going to win or lose the same amount of money, because it's a 50-50 thing. It's very close, very close. And so it just depends on what's happening when you're at the table, right? So I said to him, well, I'm gonna play dark side. She's gonna play light side. We'll see who wins more money. We'll see who wins the money. So they knew she was with me, and then she won a couple, I won a couple, and then we just sat here with the same $1,000 just going back and forth. Like it was just ridiculous. I don't know. I didn't really calculate how they rated us during that time, because we just really was just having fun. I was trying to get Amber used to betting $100 chips, because that's a big thing. To put $100 down is kind of like, whew, a lot of people, even if, because if we had I had 100, she had 100, I had 100 on the don't pass, she had 100 on the pass line. She just sweating the 12, everybody just sweating the 12, like, okay, if the midnight comes, we lose $100. So, oh man. All right, let's see. You can bet come, pass, don't see. Yeah, if you wish. Yeah. And then let's see. Hey, Randy. Uh, let's see. I played skill 66 at 132 level and got a free cruise. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I do. I do a skill 66 or like squeeze play. That's kind of what I do. Try to get 2 hits and out. That's kind of how I do it. So, Richard is in the house. Richard, my cruising buddy, which I haven't seen forever. Richard and I seen people. We've seen each other cruising so many times, and it wasn't even planned. It was awesome. Harmony played 90-minute session and earned only 6 points. I question, and they corrected it. Yeah, see, that's where, see, but I mean, Richard, he's almost like a pinnacle with a little. I mean, are you yet? Isn't that coming up? That's coming up. You're gonna have the little pin. You could just walk anywhere with your pin on your shoulder and say, "Hey, I want more points." I'm just playing, Richard. but but yeah, so I've done that too, where I've questioned how many points I've gotten. In July, Pinnacle, yeah, in July. I think I was looking at the one where you're gonna be your Pinnacle cruise, and it's overseas somewhere, I think. And I was like, oh, I should get there, and then I was like, I can't get there. But I'm gonna be on July coming up. I'll be on Utopia, so yeah. Crapsy is where I play to practice. Any strategies and stuff, I'll roll it out on Crapsy. And the reason why I don't really talk about Crapsy much is because I don't know. This is just kind of information to share, or maybe I shouldn't share. No, um, I have a business, and we have businesses, and we do business partnerships, and there's no incentive necessarily for me to promote Crapsy, but I do use it. And what I mean is there's no affiliate program. There's no like. They should really set up something where if you sign up with my Crapsy link and we play Crapsy together, then I get a certain percentage of your monthly subscription. Because it costs. There's a free version, then there's a cost version. But that's what they should really do if they really want Crapsy to explode is having a referral program or some type, or at least where I get it for free if I introduce a certain amount of people. Then part of their thing, then everybody would start, getting everybody to play so they can have it for free, and they'll probably make a lot more. They'll have a lot more users. That's my business coaching for them. But so yeah, Crapsy is that's the one I would use, and that's the one I do use. Have you been on the Mariner of the Sea going in November? Not heard much about it. Yes, Mariner. I really like Mariner. It is a Voyager class ship, which it's right when you start getting into like ships that are worth being on, in my opinion, because you have the Vision class, which is really small, and then you have the Radiance class, which is just a little bit bigger, not too much, but there's really not a lot of activities or anything to do on those ships. Then once you get to the next one, the Voyager class, which the Mariner is in, at least you have some activities. It's it's a little bit bigger. It's more vibrant. So 4,000 people versus 2,000 people. It's not that it's twice as big, but it does have. It's more vibrant. I like Voyager class and up is where I would go, where I would like to be. But some people like the smaller, more intimate, classic cruising experience where it's not about all the activities. It's just about let's get to a place. We're not there for the ship. We're there for the destination. And then the other thing about the smaller ships is you can really feel the waves a lot more. So the bigger the ship, the less you feel the waves, the less the ship is moving. Although the Mariner, the last time I was on the Mariner was during Hurricane Ian, and yeah, we could definitely feel that my favorite thing to do was to go up the stairs, because I mean it was like definitely going like this. And my favorite thing to do was like get on a stair, and you could feel the gravity, like when it's going down, you can feel the gravity holding you down. And I would just stop on the stairs, and then whenever it went the other way, I just go ba 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 and walk up all the stairs like a feather. I was light as a feather, and then I would stop, and then the ship would go down, and then I go ba 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 ba. That was my favorite part. But Amber hated it. Oh, hey, Amber, Richard's here. Richard and Peggy.
Oh, hey.
So.
Oh, man, I told Brian we got to get on a cruise with you guys.
Yeah, I told him he's going to be Pinnacle in July. So, well, he told me July, but I said he's going to have that Pinnacle thing. He's going to go around and just own the ship.
That's so fun.
So, see you.
Sorry,
Yeah, we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon, Richard. Make sure to update me with your itineraries, and that way, if I get any free cruise offers, I could be there with you. So. All right. So anyway, that's all I got. That's all I got today. And so remember, put some comment if you're watching this later. Put some questions in the comments of this video, and I'll start off my next video by answering those questions. All right. Until next time, we hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.